this
I would love to get it. I just don't think he'll come up. Well, I mean, I'm not even at 168 no more.
Right.
But I mean, I would love to fight Crawford, or even spar. I would love to spar.
David Benavidez, the Mexican Titan, has shown his stern interest in fighting Terence Crawford at 168 pounds, while revealing shockingly that Turki Al-Sheikh wanted him to fight Crawford at 160 pounds in August. Benavidez was shocked at the demand and explained that if he could go down to 160, then he would have gone down a long time ago, but that was never possible.
He did mention me one fighter. He wanted me to go down to 160 to fight Crawford. I'm like, bro, I cannot do that.
160?
Yeah. I mean, if I could be able to make 160, that would have been amazing. But I can't, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't remember the last time I weighed 160, so.
Benavidez is eager to take on Terence Crawford at 168 to settle the score for his brother Jose Jr., who lost to Crawford 6 years ago. Back in October 2018, Crawford knocked out Jose Jr. in the 12th round of a close fight in Omaha. Crawford appeared to be moving up in anticipation of facing Canelo Alvarez for a big payday, the unified titles. Benavidez is looking to avenge his brother's loss against Crawford. He revealed that both Crawford and his brother Jose Jr. are street guys, and the amusing thing is that they almost brawled each other ahead of their fight when Jose Jr. wanted to go say hi in Crawford's hood.
So funny, bro. They hated each other.
Right.
My brother and Crawford, they hated. So Crawford is a street dude. My brother's a street dude too, bro.
Yeah.
So the thing that was funny, so we had went to Omaha the last 3 weeks of the fight. So we're there training. So my brother's like, nah, I want to go show love to everybody in his hood. He goes to his barber shop.
Right.
And then the barber's like, yeah, you know, this is Crawford's barber shop. He's like, I don't give a f, let him come in here.
Right.
I was like, yeah, we like you. Yeah, you got balls.
Fact.
That was so funny, bro. They hated each other, my brother and Craw. So Crawford was a street dude. My brother's a street dude too, bro. So the thing that was funny was that we had gone to Omaha the last 3 weeks of the fight. So they're training. So my brother's like, no, I want to go show love to everybody in his hood. He goes to his barbershop, right? And then the barber's like, yeah, you know, this is Barber Crawford's barber. I don't give a let him come in here. Yeah, we like you. You got balls facts.
I don't know. I just think, you know, his punching power and his physical size is the only thing that I really have to worry about. But who knows? Once we get in the ring, we don't know how I'll handle his punching power, his size. I've been fighting bigger guys my whole life, so I'm pretty familiar with them.
Despite the potential for drama, the locals, especially the Mexican community, showed rage respect for Benavidez as his brother, while trainer Jose Benavidez Sr. said that Terence Crawford is not an exciting fighter and reminds him of Shocker Stevenson with his approach to fighting. He feels that Crawford just focuses on winning rounds and doesn't go out of his way to entertain the fans like his son David Benavidez does. I'm not even going to compare David to Terence Crawford. David is an exciting fighter. David comes to throw punches and takes a lot of risks. He comes to give a performance. Terence Crawford is a really good fighter. He always plays it safe and wants to win the rounds, but I don't think he risks. He doesn't give the people excitement, and he's going to come and have a good fight. On the other hand, Terence Crawford has been looking to fight Canelo Alvarez for a long time. Terence bravely stated that Canelo's size and power are the only things he needs to worry about in the ring, and there is no other threat.
I've been wanting to get, I would love to get it. I just don't think he'll come up. Well, I mean, I'm not even at 168 no more.
Right.
But I mean, I would love to fight Crawford, or even spar. I would love to spar Crawford.
Yeah.
Terence moved up to 150 for PBS, especially to have a piece of Canelo at 168, but it seems like Alvarez isn't showing any interest in the fight. Furthermore, one man who knows a thing or two about moving up through the divisions to win titles is Roy Jones Jr., who did so from middleweight to heavyweight. Roy Jones has given his view on how the fight would go between the 2-pound, 4-pound grades. Canelo and Crawford. With Canelo, I like Terence, but I'm going to lean towards Canelo with the size early. But if he lets Terence get into the fight, it's going to be a problem, and if him can deal with the size, Terence will beat him. Jones later gushed on how Terence will deal with Canelo's overwhelming power. That's what I'm saying. We don't know until we see Terence get hit because we haven't seen him get hit with that power. That's the deciding factor. On the other end, David Benavidez shared that he would love to fight or even spar with Crawford at 168 pounds, but expressed his concern that he has jumped to 175 pounds.
When you come in behind his jab, you throwing straight punches, you going to the body, going in up and down. He just got to tighten up a little bit on his defense, but other than that, man, he good. He ready for Canelo.
We know you want Canelo. How's it look? How's that fight look, Terence? How does the Canelo fight look with Benavidez? Who do you favor?
I still got it at 50-50. Benavidez good, but Canelo is, you know what I mean, great. We just gotta see the fight, man. We all want to see the fight.
Do you think he gets him to the body? Because Boo Boo was landing a lot of body shots.
I don't know. That's why I said we gotta watch the fight. You know what I mean? It's a different style, different type of fighter. You got two strong fighters going head to head.
Is Canelo the only 68U fighter? Would you consider a Benavidez?
Yeah, Canelo the only.
Just like Terence Crawford wants a piece of the Mexican champion Canelo Alvarez, David Benavidez has also been wanting to fight Canelo for a long time after years of waiting around, as his mandatory Benavidez moved up to 175 pounds and will face the winner of the Arthur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford shared his thoughts on how the fight between Benavidez and Canelo would turn out. He said that both fighters are top-notch, and he views the fight as a 50-50 play.
He coming behind his jab, he throwing straight punches, he going to the body, going up and down. He just got to tighten up a little bit on his defense, but other than that, man, he good. He ready for Canelo.
We know you want Canelo. How's it look? How's that fight look, Terence? How does the Canelo fight look with Benavidez? Who do you favor?
I still got it at 50-50. Benavidez good, but Canelo is, you know what I mean, great. We just gotta see the fight, man. We all want to see the fight.
Do you think he gets him to the body? Because Boo Boo was landing a lot of body shots.
I don't know. That's why I said we gotta watch the fight. You know what I mean? It's a different style, different type of fighter. You got two strong fighters going head to head.
Is Canelo the only 68U fighter? Would you consider a Benavidez?
Yeah, Canelo the only one.
Additionally, Jose Benavidez Jr. expressed his desire to have a rematch with Terence Crawford again, this time at a higher weight. However, Jose remains proud of his performance and told reporters that it lasted 12 rounds. "Yeah, I got stopped, but I put a hell of a fight on. Terence Crawford is the best of the best." Jose Jr. declared that he was the only fighter who lasted 12 full rounds against Crawford, with the recent exception of Israel Moth. Furthermore, Jose Jr. revealed that Crawford can beat Canelo because if he puts his mind into training, then he will become unstoppable. "You know, I feel like anybody's beatable. Canelo, you know, Crawford is a talented fighter. He's a talented fighter. He's a smart fighter. He's undefeated, right? He's beat the best of the best. So I mean, I feel like he'll beat him. I mean, if everyone puts their mind to it, they train how they're supposed to train." Jose Jr. and Terence Crawford had a really nasty face-off ahead of their fight in 2018. David Benavidez praised his brother for standing up against Terence the way he did. David added, "It was a really good fight. My brother showed that dog in him and proved why he's at that top level in the past." David Benavidez also stated that he would love to see Gervonta Davis versus Terence Crawford or Boots Ennis versus Crawford.
The best unified 147 pounder, because he was definitely on a different level that night.
Who do you want to see him face next?
To be honest, bro, I thought it was crazy back then when people were talking about it, but now that I look at it, I think Crawford and Gervonta Davis would be a good fight, man. Knowing that Gervonta Davis fought at 140 already, I think if he just goes up one more weight class, I think besides me and Canelo, I think the next biggest fight in boxing is Tank and Crawford, and it'd be more likely to happen even before too. So there's some good fights right there, bro. Honestly, and then also Boots with Terence Crawford, that would be a great fight too. So there's a lot of great fights there to make happen, but yeah, it's going to be a fun time watching Terence Crawford fight against all those.
On the other hand, Terence and Turkey Sheikh recently called out Canelo for a fight, saying that they are ready to make the bout happen. Interview 10, Crawford further added on the fight with him and Alvarez. Canelo Crawford, "This is the biggest fight in boxing, we're sticking by Canelo." Alvarez gave Terence Crawford a clear message. He said that Crawford's weight class is there for a reason, and he is a talented fighter, but he adds nothing to his legacy.
Here at the spin, feel me? He going next.
We want the Nanches.
Tell him we going for Canelo next.
Yes. Let's go. Canelo, come on.
You heard it from him.
We are ready.
Alvarez recently shunned Crawford and Torquay Alal Sheikh for openly calling him out. He refused to make any comment regarding the Crawford-Canelo fight.
Crawford, I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but like I say, he's weight classes for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and you never know what happened.
Yeah.
Tonight, Terence Crawford was with Turkey Al-Sheikh at the other event across town. Put out an open challenge to you on the internet with Turkey Al-Sheikh calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comment.
Roy Jones Jr. thinks that Canelo has been merely waiting for the right time to maximize a fight with Benavidez so that many people would tune in. Roy exclaimed, "There's a real risk there for him in taking the fight. I mean, of course, he's like any other champion. He wants to make you guys salivate over what you'll want to make or pay for, which is smart. I don't think he's scared of Benavidez, but Benavidez is a tough order for anybody right now, especially if you're at the top of your game, because he's very busy." Roy Jones explained the position Benavidez is in because Canelo was in the same spot as he was years ago. Now, he ain't going to say what the heck he is, but he should be a tad bit hungrier than Canelo for that spot. You know what I'm saying, Canelo was in that spot. David wants that spot, so it should be the hungry guy who has to be careful because Canelo can punch. Canelo Alvarez, on the other hand, has already made it clear that the fight with David would require a massive payday because he believes the 27-year-old would have a size advantage if they face each other. All I see is that Benavidez weighs 25 or 30 pounds more than I do on the fight day. I'm fine with that, but if you want me to fight with him, it's $200 million. Meanwhile, David Benavidez discussed his potential opponents, noting that while both Dimitri Bivol and Artur Beterbiev are excellent fighters, he believes Bivol would win if they fought.
Crawford throwing his hat in to want to fight Canelo at 168.
I mean, everybody wants to fight Canelo. It's the money fight. You know what I mean? I think even Inoue would come up to fight Canelo. Canelo wanted to fight him. I mean, I don't want to see Crawford to fight Canelo, to be honest with you. But it would be. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a great fight. It would be a great fight. But I feel like if I deserve my both.
They both have to be extremely ready. This is a hard fight for both of them. I'm kind of leaning against with Bivol. Bivol is a great boxer and he has punching power. And then Beterbiev, I think he's a little bit older. I think his body's breaking down a little bit. He works really hard. I don't take nothing away from him, but he does a lot of weight.
Benavidez further added that Artur Beterbiev is really aging, so he may have the edge in the fight. He also mentioned that he will be fighting the winner of the Bivol vs. Artur Beterbiev bout. David's win against his last opponent Alexander Gig strengthens chatters of a fight between him and undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez that fans have been waiting for in recent years. Bivol had some comments of his own for David Benavidez. "I respect him for being a fighter. He's a really great fighter. He's saying that he wants to fight me, and better yet, it means he's a great fighter. He's confident, and he wants to achieve more. I remember we had a couple of good practices. It was good moments from my side and some good moments from his side." David Benavidez is sure that his next opponent is either going to be Bivol or Beterbiev, but Terence Crawford is still unsure who his next opponent at 154 pounds would be. The WBO officially ordered Sebastian Fonder to defend his WBC and WBO super welterweight world titles in a unification versus Terence Crawford. Crawford has the WBA super welterweight world title and the WBO interim belt for 30 days to agree to a deal, then purse bids, but it doesn't seem like Crawford is interested in fighting Sebastian Fonder, and he wants no one except Canelo Alvarez. Samson Lucid said that Terence is only looking for a shot at Canelo Alvarez. Lucas said that he is waiting for the offer to come from Crawford's side. "I'd like to find out right now if Crawford's going to fight for the money or the titles. I believe he wants the money. He will do everything he can to fight Canelo, and his team will not call me until after the fight." Previously, Turkey Al-Sheikh wanted Crawford to fight Virgil Ortiz, but later on, His Excellence, "I'm not the one who's afraid of fighting Benavidez or Crawford." Al-Sheikh had suggested that he had reached out to Canelo's team with an offer to fight Crawford, so in his post he clarified that the reason he stopped pursuing the bout, Canelo, was wasting our time and making excuses with big amounts of money that can't be paid. If Crawford loses against Canelo, then he'd have the excuse of moving up to divisions, claiming he was just daring to be great. Similarly, former boxer Bernard Hopkins believes that Canelo will never fight Crawford because this matchup makes no sense at all. However, Hopkins said that Canelo fighting Benavidez makes much more sense because they are equally matched. David Benavidez poses a very real threat to Canelo because their styles are very similar, and they are in matching weight classes. If someone were to hold a large-scale poll and let the fans decide who they would rather see Canelo fight among Benavidez or Crawford, then the answer would be David Benavidez, said Bernard, because that is a fight that is in the same weight class and Benavidez was in the queue way before Crawford was ever mentioned. So do you think Crawford will fight Benavidez? Will Canelo ever fight David or Terence? We would love to hear your ideas. Please let us know in the comments section below, and subscribe for more content like this.